Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I'd jump into this communication today, for we are living in a very shifting times. And the Arcturians were noting yesterday. I'm listening really much to all kinds of messages from the higher planes. They have a clearer view than what we can have while we're in physical form, and they were talking about the idea that. If we experience fear, if we experience anger, if we experience frustration, if we experience sorrow, it is not necessarily some personal karma that we need to evacuate. It is part of the collective karma we have accepted to deal with certain amount of that energy, that negative energy, to transmute it, because a lot of people in humanity are completely unwilling and incapable of doing that for themselves. So it is of great service to accept, to sit with the feeling, no matter what it is, and to allow it to be transmuted. For it is, we accepted that to do that on a collective level. We are never given more challenges that we can handle. For it is, for all of it is actually just an experience. But we will come to realize the whole universe is just an illusion that we have created out of our imagination with our Creator. And at the end of the process, when we have completed the cycle of experience, we'll come to realize we've always existed in the heart of God, and the love of God was the only thing that was eternally real. Everything else was just an experience that we were providing ourselves to grow, to discover the beauty, the ugliness, the sophisticated, the gross, the drama, the comedy. Everything is part of this great show, and it is just a show. So do not take things too seriously. Just hold on to what your guidance, your heart tells you. Also, another idea that's very important to understand is that if we see some things happening in the world that are completely so perverse, so dark, that is, we feel it's unforgivable. And the only reason we feel it is unforgivable, it is a part of us in past life that used to do those things as well. So it is by forgiving those beings or those situations, we are able to forgive certain part of ourselves, for we are just a model, an extension of source, just as everybody else is. And the dark ones were authorized to play their role in order for all of humanity to wake up to their own light and to find their true powers. So they're fulfilling this service. And so I'm just expressing my thoughts and ideas. And do not fear the old world order agenda, the Armageddon agenda. Those beings are like they're frightened. They're like angry animals that are trapped in the corner. They still have certain tools in all the media, the 5G, the vaccination, the blue bean, the taxation, the debt. But those things will vanish. It's gonna be like snow. When the sun comes, the snow cannot resist. It will melt. And so no, the victory of life is already guaranteed. And do not let yourself be dragged into this parameter of hatred and opposition, of darkness, or to feel victim, to feel that you will be victim of something that is going on in those darker programs. And eventually, there is a lot of events that will be faced, that are orchestrated in order to awaken humanity and as to raise the consciousness of the planet. And as this happens, all the draconians, the greys, the hybrid races that are behind the scenes manipulating all the power controls of this world will have to leave, because. And even all those people that are manipulating the world will not be able to. They're very frightened, because they're going to lose all this power. They thought they were above the law, they were above everybody else, and now they're realizing it's not as granted as they believed it to be. So they're going to lose their money, their power. Anybody that has accumulated even a lot of money, but that are honest, will not lose what they've done through the product of their work. The universe is fully intelligent and fully knowledgeable of each and everybody's program. So eventually this new world that we're going to be merging in is a new crystalline field of matrix. We will be connected to the inner world, to the galactics. We'll find true peace and liberation and freedom. For we've never really known freedom and peace as a collective. And the blue sun will return. We're going to have this new sun, the blue sun. For we are aggressed on every level. There's a constant pressure and fear on all of society that's been imposed for a very long time, but it is all leading us to finding this self-empowerment and freedom, and the universe is assisting in this process, for the plan of God can never fail. It is just an illusion that were given for a time to allow human beings to believe that the power was within their hand. We have no power whatsoever. We have only the power of love and wisdom are the power within is the only true power. The other powers will soon, everybody will understand that very soon. And so I'm going to pull a few cards so that I express those little thoughts. For them, I'm going to continue to talk about a few more things. The highest wisdom for us today is forgiveness. The more we can forgive others, the more we will forgive those invisible part of ourselves, some past incarnation. For we have incarnations that are enlightened, and then we have incarnations that are still in confusion, that we do not know. But we want to draw on the information from the ascended part of ourselves, and in order to bring balance into all those darkness. And the other people that are in darkness are just mirrored of ourselves to balance out all those invisible incarnations of ourselves that are suffering still. And so everything is coming into balance and harmony once we tune in and we follow the inner guidance. What we need to understand is the bride and groom is a deep relationship, a long-lasting relationship, a love, sharing, expansion, joy, all those things that for sometimes we feel a bit lonely during this period of confinement, but there will be great surprises and joy that will come as in the coming time. So if you're in a deep relationship that's fully loving, it will deepen, and if not, they will be able to attract the right partner to complement us and to assist us in bringing balance. It will be a reciprocated, not codependent, but interdependent relationship. Soul program, soul plan. We've made those agreements to be together. For what we need to do today is my own personal card of the day was the time of departure, and here we have leaving or traveling. So I have my luggages are ready. I'm ready to leave. For now, it's like to be a little bit patient, but hopefully everything will unfold in grace and ease, in proper timing. And the outcome is anger or alimentation. For it's about understanding the craving. Cravings are not true desires of the soul. Craving are just craving, and we want to disconnect this old craving. Use this time to work on disconnecting all things, all programmation of the senses, in order to align in order to nourish ourselves from health, nourish ourselves from light. And so, but it's very much about to understand that we nourish ourselves from physical. Everything that comes into our body is having a reaction on our light body, and every words that come out of us is also having a reaction on our light body. But we also learn to nourish ourselves from positive emotions. It is important. We're going to be more in control, more aware, more lucid. There's going to be a lot of different kind of events that will be following that, and one of them is the possibility that the authorization for that the Galactic Federation of Life, it's a benevolent organization of many, that's made of hundreds of thousands of different star systems, advanced civilization that have been staying and visible around the Earth. They may be authorized for a close encounter of the first kind. I mean, just an apparition in the sky. And when that is authorized, there will be billions of ships that will appear day and night. They're all over the place, all over the world. And some people will be afraid. Some people will become even catatonic. But a lot of people it will create such a great opening in the mind of the collective that all of the dark ETs and all the dark programs will have to go. It will not be the extraterrestrials that will remove them. It will be God. It will be the frequency of the planet will be so elevated that they will have no choice but to leave the planet, and we'll bless them and let them go into other programs. So it's not for us to judge what's going on. And this whole program is just was created for the evolution of everything. To understand also that viruses are everywhere. They've always been and will always be, but they don't have to make us sick. We're going to return to the understanding. We're going to discover natural medicine, natural healness. We're going to rediscover plants and energetic and very simple solution to a lot of a lot of disease, and that's a lot of disease were created by by sorry to say, but by the pharmaceutical, because of profit, and so through the infestation of heavy metals and soft metals and all those things. But it's not just to remove yourself from the program, just remove the fluoride from your system. And we're going to discover a very simple solution to realign us to the state of pure health, pure magic, just a sense of being that will completely change. We're going to wake up very soon in a world that will be completely different. For there is a lot of right now, a lot of black magic is being used through the media, this collective hypnosis through fear, because a lot of the people that are in the numbers of the deaths through this corona are actually people that died from something completely different, but they've been used to add up to these big numbers. And every day there's tens of thousands of people that die, but for every person that dies there is 3 that are born. So it's not we all passing through here in any event. And so it is not it is all make-believe, it is all a collective mass hypnosis that is being conducted, but any positive thought, any loving thoughts will disconnect. It's much more powerful than all those fearful energies that have been communicated. I also wanted to comment on something. Says we're going to have to put an end to war. War is everybody suffers through war, but it's always the aggressor that carries the karma. So it's like we want to assist in liberating that, forgiving, and in order so we can all move into this cooperative state of between all people, between all nations, so that we can create a better world for all. And all those events will be orchestrated so that humanity will be able to move into the acceptance of that possibility. We also have a comet that's also called C19 that will be showing up, and so she will bring those beautiful energies. For comets are amazing beings that have been around for a very long time. They've been traveling for billions of years. I'm going to finish with a little song. Paintings behind me. This is a painting about ascension. I can't wait to frame those. I've done about 200 paintings in last year on paper, and the more I look at them, the more powerful I think. I really love them. I'm really happy I did all those very advanced. That soon I'm going to move into the completely new canvas. For now, I'm kind of running out of essential. For me, essential is like canvases, paper, paint. Those I cannot find right now, so I'm going to write. And what's like for me, Plato is very essential. It's like, but you cannot buy it. Even Amazon has been prevented from sending books to people. So it's all part. We have to be patient to see that, to continue to send your light, to find your peace, to send your light, to cultivate this joy, this freedom, this humor, the sense of humor, the sense of lightness. For people need that in order to discharge all of the illusion that have been created within the mind of the collective. And this is a cosmological model. It's very powerful. It will eventually be the standard model of cosmology that understands that everything is concentric, starts from the center outwards, where life is created from the center out. And with the 7 great families of spirit beings, this is part of a model that's been revealed in the Urantia book. We'll finish with a song. I was going to sing another song. I couldn't find the words. I might know it, but so I sing this one. It's a little song. It's called Dreams. It goes like this. Oh, my life is changing every day in every possible way. Oh, my dreams, it's never quite as it seems, never quite as it seems. I know I felt like this before, but now I'm feeling even more because it came from you. And then I open up and see the person falling here is me, a different way to be. I want more, impossible to ignore, impossible to ignore, and they'll come true. Impossible not to do, impossible not to do. And now I tell you openly, you have my heart, so don't hurt me. You're what I couldn't find. A totally amazing mind, so understanding and so kind. You're everything to me. Oh, my life is changing every day in every possible way. Oh, my dreams, it's never quite as it seems, 'cause you're a dream to me, a dream to me. That song, I think it was from the Cranberries. And so it is, life is just changing every day. There is no way that we can know. We have to learn every day. Every day we learn something new. We adapt. We have to be flexible to deal with whatever life is teaching us each and every day, so that we can continue to grow and be serene about it. For God has our back. There is nothing else but light in our back and in our front and in our right and in our left, above us and below us. Once we are surrounded by light, our darkness will not be able to penetrate it. So first we have to liberate ourselves from all the old conditioning, and then we'll find the true freedom that we deserve. And the scat of the day is the incomplete symphony. It's about understanding that there are still certain things that need to be worked out, certain things that have not been completed within our own program. But we are, even if so first we have to be aware of what those things are, and then we have to have the courage to address them and to actually implement whatever protocol is necessary in order for us to complete that cycle, complete that program. And this is the time that is given to us to fulfill that programmation. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.